Okay, for about 20 minutes, I'm gonna be working on this area again. If you've been watching, keeping up, if you've been watching these live streams, you've been noticing that I've been working in the same area for a long time. I'm trying to slowly build up the value ranges in a manner that I think fits, and it's just taken it's taken longer than I would like it. Also, if you have been watching the live streams, you notice that my live streams are rather short. They don't more than 20 to 30 minutes at a time. I do a very short live stream, just trying to squeeze in a little bit of drawing, trying to squeeze in a little bit of a live in each day. And my lifestyle does not allow me to do a long, protracted live stream. I would love to do a longer one. It's in the goal set for the year to get to the point where I can do a long live stream. It would be amazing if I could do 4-hour live streams where I end up doing multiple drawing styles, multiple drawing things. But right now it is just me working on this drawing for 20 minutes at a time. I think by the end of the week, what I'd like to do is start another drawing and kind of alternate between the two. So like I would alternate between this one and another drawing, but it's going to be a minute before that happens. And I think that's going to be like the low key goal for the week, is to set aside some time to begin the process of another drawing and kind of bounce back between drawing and my new drawing that I hope to spend some time on. Now, this is just a very long, slow process. I wish it went faster. And then slowly just building up the value in a value range that I see is good enough. So we're just slowly building it up, just taking my time at it and not worrying myself whether or not perfect. So I think what I'll do is for this period, this drawing session, I say period, meaning that it's like a drawing period for me. This period is I'm going to probably kind of just focus on this area. I think I need to start building it up, marketing these areas a little bit more before I move around. And taking it very slowly, not, I'm going to be honest with you, like, I'm not going to lie and say that I would love for this to go quicker. I would love for it to go quicker. I know that there's other artists that can make the process go a lot quicker. I'm just drawing, working in this little area, basically, oh my gosh, this area of the neck, really building it up using gradually changing the softness of the pencil lead or graphite that I'm working on. But I'm not going to lie, I would love for this to go quicker. I would love for it to go quicker. And, maybe as I do more and more of these, I will get better and have a better understanding of when I could press harder, when I could go a little bit quicker. But I'm not really like that. This whole drawing process is me forcing myself to be extra patient and trying to just accept that drawings take time to do. So I'm retraining myself to be more patient, and to give myself a little bit more credit where credit is due. What I'm doing, oh no, I just tore, I need to get a new one of these. Oh my gosh, I just tore the extender part off. Great. So what I'm doing is I'm swapping between a 3H and an HB and layering those pencils on top of each other. So 3H is going to be layered down here. And I want to kind of get this dark area established before I work in this area again. I want to make sure that I at least have this area kind of built up and darkened because it's a really dark area, and I don't want to have it kind of lacking. So I'm going to be building this up for about 20 minutes, very slowly. Try and press too hard. Hello there. Hi, how are you doing? Try not my best not to press too hard because I really want to avoid any, not trace of pencil marks, but I want to avoid like, I don't try to find the words for it really. What am I trying to avoid? If you press too hard, sometimes what you can do to the paper is you can kind of polish it, right? It becomes kind of like you're making it into like a polish. You're making it shinier, and graphite has the tendency to be very reflective. And I'm trying to avoid kind of like polishing the surface of the paper because I know that that can happen sometimes. And that usually happens by you pressing harder and harder to get the graphite to be darker and darker. And that's one of the things I'm trying to avoid in this moment is making the these areas shinier, I guess. And so the way that I know, or the way that I'm avoiding that right now, is by what am I doing? It's by excuse me, using gradually softer graphites to kind of mitigate any type of I guess that like shiny appearance that might happen by overly applying or overly pressing too much pressure, applying too much pressure to your graphite pencil, you know? And so I'm slowly adding more and more graphite marks as time goes on. It's a very slow process. It is not the best way to go about it. I am not going to argue, because I know this is not the best way. Like, this is not the meta. This is a very counterproductive way of going about it. But as I said, I'm doing it as like as a way to force myself to build up my patience level, my patience skill, you know. And so I'm doing that by doing it the slow way, you know. I could press harder and speed it up a little bit, but I want the viewer there's like people that are like art connoisseurs or art lovers, and they love seeing certain things. I want the viewer to come in and look at this drawing and see the richness of the graphite application. And it's kind of hard to see it via film, especially during a live stream. The live stream's it distorts. The live stream is lowering the quality of the video in order to live stream it at a certain rate. So there's some quality loss here, and I'm not ignoring that that notion. So I want the viewer to come in and be able to see like, oh wow, there were layers of graphite applied to this, and it was built up. Maybe they won't notice it. Maybe just the knowledge of me, maybe just me knowing that I spent a good amount of time is enough, should be like satisfying enough for me. Maybe that should just be the only value for me. Maybe that's okay. So I think HB kind of taking its course. Like I'm applying pencil marks here, and it's getting a little bit darker, but it's not getting dark enough quickly. And as I say though, I'm not trying to speed it up. If it's too gradual, feel free to jump in and use a softer pencil. So I'm moving to 2B here, and that's a big jump. That's multiple. That's like you got HB. Well, yeah, like HBB. Is there a 1B? I'm so used to pencils only the graphite pencils jumping every two numbers, but like I believe they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They do. So it's like a 1B, 2B, 3B. So this one's a 2B. So it's a bit of a jump, and I'm just going to build it up. So that you can kind of see the difference between this and this. Like this needs to be darker. So I'm just going to go ahead and add like imaginary line here. But I'm not going to draw a line. I'm just going to make the line through contrast. And how I'm doing that is I'm just marking the paper very lightly so that I can see the change. There we go. Very subtle. Just very subtle changes here. We're not trying to break the world drawing speed record. We're just trying to build it up slowly. But as I said, I'm only working these in 20-minute increments. You know, 20-minute increments is all I'm working on them at this moment. Very slow. Very slow. Just taking your time. Again, I'm using a 2B, and I want to build up that value very slowly. Trying not to pivot. When do I usually stream on YouTube? Oh my gosh, man. I wish I had a regular time to tell you. I'm like, it's sometimes it's in the morning, sometimes it's in the evening, sometimes it's in the afternoon. Really, when I can get away from my duties as a grown up. Like whenever I can sneak away for a minute, that's usually when I can do a live stream. I can't just like. There's no like 12 p.m. Eastern Pacific time or whatever, Central time, you know, or 6 in the afternoon. No, it's like, oh, everyone's asleep. Let's go draw. Oh, I woke up early this morning and everyone's still asleep. Let's go draw. Let's go do a little live stream before everyone gets up and I have to like do things. Or like, yeah, just stuff like that. That's how it is. That's really what it boils down to. That's when I do a live stream. I don't have a set time. I wish I did. I wish I could give you a solid answer. I really do. This is just a pastime for me. I'm not not making that YouTube scratch. You know. I'm not what's it called? What's his name? Kai Cenat. Is it named Kai Cenat? What are those? What are those other streamers that make lots of money, or whatever it is? I don't know. But this is just a really, really slow process. I probably should press a little harder, but I'm kind of, let's see, what's the word? I'm a little bit, I'm being a little bit reserved because I'm still not like, what would you call it? I'm not really quite comfortable with the drawing yet. And it's going to take me some time to get really, really with the drawing. Like, we're still dating, you know, me and the drawing are still dating. I really don't know the drawing too well. The drawing that well, so it's not really getting, it doesn't, I still don't know the drawing's favorite color. The drawing hasn't introduced me to her parents yet, you know. So like I'm nervous, little. I'm still a little bit nervous. We're still in the getting to know you phase, you know. We met we met at like Comic Con, like the Comic Con, you know. I was walking around looking like a total dweeb. She was walking around looking like a dweeb. And I was looking down on the ground or something. Maybe I saw a candy wrapper or maybe I saw a quarter on the ground. And I walked towards the quarter, and I bumped into her. And, you know, the rest is history. That's how me and this drawing got to know each other, you know. So I'm not really know each other too well. And it's going to take me a minute to, like, really get into the acclimated to the drawing's feelings, I guess. Whatever that is. So I think I'm going to erase these. Erase them. Like that. Da-da-da. 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 This eraser doesn't really want to do its job, but we'll get there. All right, 5H. Okay. So, just taking my time here. I only have a few more minutes though, so I'm only going to work for like a minute or two. I just really wanted to get something like that. All right. All right, well, we're at 20 minutes. For those who've been watching, you know that I kind of stopped the live stream around 20 minutes now. Eventually I'm going to end up going, moving up to 21, 22 and stuff like that. But right now, 20 minutes is all I'm working on. I got to keep my live stream short, trying to build up my tolerance for drawing. Thank you so much.